Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to be showing you how I use Funimate and how to use it. So before I start, I'd just like to clarify, I'm not a pro with Funimate. I'm not amazing at it, but I still know how to use it and I've been using it for a good year. I have Funimate Pro, so I'm sorry if you don't have Funimate Pro, but because I have Funimate Pro, I don't know what you can or cannot use without Funimate Pro, so I'm sorry about that. Apps for this, obviously Funimate and then also Funimate Pro within Funimate. So I just quickly downloaded Funimate on my phone to show you how to make an account if anyone was confused. Obviously open the app and just keep pressing next. Once it comes to this screen, you can choose a payment method. Try free for 7 days, or you can just press the X up in the corner and then obviously just create an account. Okay, so by now everyone watching this video should have a Funimate account. Now what you want to do is you want to press the blue plus at the bottom of your screen and just go on the big blue button that says edit video and choose whichever format you want and then press create project. This is the size that your video is going to be. Then once you're onto this screen, press the red button that says add clip and obviously just choose the clips or your clip that you want to add and make an edit with. I'm just a lonely you. Now when I drive around, don't fill it up. You're going to want to make sure that your main clip is at 0 volume and then add your music through the little thing at the bottom that says add music. Just waste away, don't know what life about. Now just trim your audio to make sure that there's no bits of other audio or there's no silent bits in it. Now that the main clip and the audio is in, just adjust your main clip to make sure that if there's any beat drops that need to be there, it matches the audio. This is a really small thing, but it's really useful if you just go on to crop at the bottom of your screen and then you can change the size and crop individual clips. For me, keyframes are a really important part of editing. Here are some that I really like to use when I'm editing my videos, and HSL, which I'll get to later on, is another keyframe that I incorporate a lot into my editing style and is a big part of my editing style, which I probably could not live without, along with exposure. Honestly, I could probably make a whole video on keyframes, but I'm currently doing the quality of the video, which I do with keyframes all the time. For the same look that I get on my edits, you want to do highlights and shadows, brightness and contrast, sharpen. Sharpen is the most important one. It makes the quality not look kind of fuzzy-ish. And then if you want, you can also do exposure and vibrance. And depending on what type of look you're trying to get your edit to have, you could do bloom as well. Since these keyframes are for the video quality, you don't actually need to use any keyframe like triangles yet. All you need to do is adjust the little things on the line and it'll change it for the whole video. If you want to add anything like a blur through keyframes that like fades into the video, then this is actually where we start customizing the keyframes that we're adding. What you want to do for that is just want to add the blur or whatever keyframe you're using, and then for where the blur is most blurry and for that bit where it's most blurry, you want to put a keyframe at the start of where it's going to be most blurry and a keyframe at the end of where it's going to be most blurry and make them the same blurriness that you want. After the last blurry keyframe, you put a keyframe a certain amount away from it. You put a keyframe a certain amount away from the last one and then make it 0, keep it as 0 blurriness, and then it will eventually fade out.
I'm gonna move on to HSL. So for HSL, you add the keyframe and select the color for each keyframe. Move the thing across the line for each keyframe and it will change the color of your video through the time of your keyframes. Obviously, before you add all of this, you put a keyframe at the start with no HSL, and you do the same at the end. For shakes, you want to choose the type of shake you want for your edit, and then adjust the settings until the shake looks right. Try not to make it too harsh though. I can't tell you exactly what to do with shakes since I'm not really that great with them, and all of them are different. So with shakes, I just recommend to play around with them and see what looks best. For exposure, sometimes you can do keyframes, but if it's easier, you can just use the Funimate presets. The presets have their limits, but they are really helpful mostly. To get to them, just press Effects Mix at the bottom of your screen, and then choose the one you want, then just press on it and hold. There is also a velocity option with the same concept if you click on the clip and choose velocity. For your watermark, go to the blue layers button at the side of your screen and tap text at the top. Obviously, type in what you want your watermark to be. Then press the tick at the top right of the text editing box. Move your text and make it the right size and press blend at the bottom of your screen. Choose overlay and boom, your text looks perfect. You can also add a fade out and fade in at the start and end of your edit if you want. Thank you for watching. Sorry about the text-to-speech. If you enjoyed this video or found it helpful, please subscribe and like the video. See you all next week.
If I wrote you a symphony, just to say how much you mean to me, what would you do? If I told you you were beautiful, would you date?